Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to What I Wish For. I am gonna start talking to you guys today about oracle cards and if they are for you and if you are for them. I've done a few videos on this so far talking about my experience with the oracle cards, my experience with tarot cards. For those of you who don't know me, I have had tarot cards and gypsy witch playing cards in my drawers for years, and I would occasionally take them out, but I never was very serious about considering doing it about for a job or considering doing it more than just on myself until a few years ago. I went on a spiritual retreat and we had as one of our workshops playing with oracle cards, and that was kind of my first introductions to them, and it kind of gave me permission to start doing it, to start playing with it. I was brought up Catholic, and a lot of my upbringing was these were wrong, it was for the devil, you know. And what I've learned and realized is a lot of people in my family weren't spiritually connected, and I am. And this is, I feel like this is from God. I feel like this is from the angels. I feel like this is from spirit. So, and I love this stuff. This is fun for me. So anyway, I've been doing these videos, just kind of talking to you guys and going through my experience with them and what that's been like for me. These are all the decks that I have now. I have a tarot deck. It's the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And, and then I have the Tarot Learning Card deck. I keep trying to teach myself the tarot cards. I do not connect with the tarot cards. They're a lot harder for me. The oracle seems to be what I am drawn to the most. This deck, I have the Guardian Angel by Radley Valentine deck, and I love that tarot deck. And one of the reasons why I love that one is because it has the meanings written on it. And for me, I need the meanings on things to help me. I did not feel this automatic connection come down into me, and I could not read the cards without knowing the meanings or intuitively connect them together. So if you're able to do that, I think that's great. That wasn't the case for me. So I've been using the 3-card spread. That has been the easiest for me to do right now. And I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about how to ground and protect yourself before you start a reading. My girlfriend Margaret taught me this. It has helped so much. So every time I do a reading, I'm grounding and protecting myself. And what I do for that is I close my eyes and I imagine a yellow or white light going all the way around the top of the room. And as I go around the top of the room, as it comes back to me, I come through the center. I imagine the light coming down, going through my crown chakra, down through my throat, down through my heart, past my stomach, down through my legs and through my calves and through my feet and into the ground. And then I imagine a yellow light being around all of me. So every time I do a reading, I normally put the cards over my heart and I say a prayer. And I say a prayer to God to ask Him to guide and protect me and give me the best reading and message possible for any person who's out there and needs to hear the message. And you know, there is no right or wrong way to do this. That is what I'm learning about the oracle cards. You have to do what's right for you. And just because something is right for me, it doesn't mean it has to be right for you. But what I'm here to do is help guide and direct you and let you know that you are not going to do this wrong. You can't do it wrong. And we're all learning together. I'm still learning. I've only been doing this for about a year I'm going to say a year and 4 months now. So I'm not super experienced. I haven't been doing this forever. And anytime I can get more information or ask other people how to do this, I do. And I can listen to what other people say and I can decide, oh my God, that's a great idea. I want to try that. Or no, that's not going to work for me. But I think part of doing the oracle cards is connecting to your own intuition and learning to trust yourself. And as you were able to do that, then you were able to spread that to others when you do these readings. So for me, my favorite and first deck is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And these are divination cards from the divinity, from the divine. So honestly, I really do believe these are messages from God and Spirit, and they're about love and guidance. And that's what most people are looking for, is some love and some guidance, and we all need that. And so normally these cards are on the bigger side, and how I shuffle them is I shuffle them long ways, and that's just the way that I do it. It doesn't mean it's right for me or right for you. There's no wrong way to do it, but when I shuffle, I am always waiting for the cards to pop out, and when they pop out, I figure that is my sign that I meant to read that. And actually 2 of them just came out. Okay, and there's one sticking out. I'm gonna put it back in and shuffle and see if the third card comes out. A lot of times, you guys, the same one comes out again. So the angels, the spirit, guidance, whoever you pray to or whoever you're asking for your guidance and your protection, they are with you. It is the same card. That is so, it's God. Okay, so for these cards, I'm going to show them to you. The first one is chop wood, and the second one is to the sea, and the third one is a leg up. And you know, there's numbers on the cards. Some people have a connection to numbers. Some people have a connection to the pictures. Some people have a connection to words. Some people have a connection to everything. For me, I'm learning the cards. I still read out of the book. I was talking to you guys before, and I feel like I have to say the same thing over and over again because not everybody sees all of the videos that I do. So some people are seeing this for the first time, but Teresa, the Long Island medium, has been doing a video every day during the quarantine, and she started reading picking an angel card every single day and reading them, and she read it out of the book. So I'm like, if Teresa, the Long Island medium, can read out of the book, I can read out of the book. So I'm still reading out of the book, but even though I'm reading out of the book, I'm getting a little more connected to the cards each time I see them, each time I read them, and the story is starting to come together. So as you know, it's time and experience, and the only way to get it is to do it. So what I'm asking from all of you is to meet me every week in these videos and just show up and practice with your cards as much as you can. And you will start finding your like-minded people and your soul tribe. They are out there, I promise you. And the more connected you start getting to yourself, to the cards, you're going to start finding the people that love this too. I know it feels like it is a very narrow path, but it is getting wider. So the first card is chop wood, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of the expression chop wood and carry water. So that card is kind of keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing your mundane things, even if you think that they're trivial and it's not getting you to where you're going. But this is just do your everyday things, like show up. Just show up and the rest will be taken care of for you. I am going to read out of the book just to give you the meaning. This comes with a beautiful book, and the messages, I feel like these messages are so nice and kind and loving. And I think that's why I connect to the oracle cards so much, because you guys, to beat yourself up over and over again is like horrible, and you're not going to take the wrong path, and you're not going to do the wrong thing, and you are going to be right on time. So it says, being grounded in everyday experience, humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delight in the beautiful blooms when it's in full blossoms. The mundane act of pulling off the dead leaves, watering the soil, then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step of manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goals brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear the energy to receive and your aha moments, which will bring you even closer to what you seek. Now is the time to take small steps rather than large leaps on the journey creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off of your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greatest plan for your life you aspire to manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb arises, or washing dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all of that, spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. So whatever you think you need to go and help God out on, He has got it covered, I promise you. Whatever is meant for you is going to come to you, and you are not going to have to kill yourself to get it. Doing more and being harder on yourself, thinking you can speed up the process, is not the way that it works. You will just burn out and feel bad about yourself and maybe give up. And so what this is saying is that just keep doing what makes you happy and it will come to you. So the next one is to the sea, and this means going with the flow. So this is going with the flow, and I know for a lot of people and for a long time, we go against the flow. And we think if we work harder and hurt ourselves, that it'll be better. And I promise you, you don't have to hurt yourself for what is meant for you. What God and Spirit have meant for you, you are not going to have to kill yourself to get it. It'll be a nice, graceful transition, and you're not going to miss it. So being in the flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card remains that you are going with the flow, and exactly what you need is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by its perfect condition. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there is no hidden message for you to decipher. Like an ocean, the tides experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow flow again in due course. This is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn and go with the flow. Even when the tide is going out, relax and trust that the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. Ancient mariners say, this applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nets. So you guys, if there has been something that was taken away from you, like a job or a relationship, that you thought this was it, and it's not, what you need to do is work on what you can do and disregard the rest. And sometimes God does for us what we cannot do for ourselves. So if something has happened to you and you can no longer go back to your job, God has a better job for you, better than you can ever imagine. And I know when you're in it, it is so hard to see the big picture, and that you think that somebody else knows more than you, or the direction you're supposed to be going in, or they're going to tell you to redirect you. Keep doing what makes you happy. Whatever brings you joy, whatever is fun for you, keep doing that, and what is meant to come to you will come through that. Your answers will be given to you. You are not going to have to search to find them. All right, the next one is a leg up and reversed. And that is like, the leg up is like permission to rest. But this one is, if you have been resting, if you have been not moving right now, it is a time to get moving. So I feel like a lot of times we're either one extreme or the other. Either you keep going and think you have to create what is meant for you because you're going to miss it. You're not going to miss it. If you are in a state of being paused and you are not able to move, this is a sign that you need to start taking action. And sometimes it's so hard to get moving, and it's hard to get moving for yourself. But if you think, if I do this, I'm going to help somebody else, let that get you started. What can you do to help somebody else if you are not able to help yourself right now? So this says receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. Now, when a card is upside down in this reading, it has a protection message. So the protection message is for you when the card is reversed. So it says, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders. Are your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded? They do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it'll make you feel vulnerable to admit that needing help, needing a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you will be amazed how quickly help arises to give you a leg up. So what this card is saying is that you don't have to do everything by yourself and on your own to get it done. And if you've been hurt or disappointed, I get it. And it is so hard once you've been hurt and disappointed to trust again. But sometimes that doesn't mean you're not meant to trust ever again. Sometimes it means that you need to find a bigger support system and not to put all of your eggs in one basket. You know, you guys, I'm going to give you a little story of something that happened to me. When I was little, I had an aunt that I told everything to. And my house growing up was really, really painful, and it was not an easy house to be in. So I had an aunt, and I told everything to her. And one day I found out that she was telling everybody else in our family what was going on in our family. And you know, that moment, it felt like somebody pulled the rug out from under me. And what it made me realize was, oh my God, I have no one. I have no one to talk to now. I put everything into her, and she told everybody. And I just remember being so devastated and so crushed, and realizing that I never had anybody to talk to. And so as time was going on, when I was getting older, I found another person, and I did the same thing to her, and the same thing happened again. So what I realized, it did not mean I wasn't meant to talk to people, and I wasn't meant to trust anybody, but putting everything and all of my faith into one person is a very dangerous thing to do. It's smothering to the person, and it's overwhelming. And what I didn't realize then, and what I realize now, is my aunt was human. And she told people because that's what she did. And it wasn't because of me and because there was something wrong with me. I put all my trust into people that weren't able to do what I needed them to do. And as a little kid, I didn't know that. But what I know now is that I need to have multiple people that I can talk to and trust, and that people are going to hurt you, and they are going to let you down. And just because they do, it doesn't mean you're not meant to trust anybody ever again, or speak to somebody ever again. It means we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. And there has been times that people have told me things, and I have told other people. And it made me realize that we're all human. But I'm learning who are the people that I can trust and rely on. And most of them start with God, a higher power, your guides, source, yourself, your intuition, and then also your soul tribe is gonna show up. I promise you. Hang in there. I'm gonna shuffle another spread. I'm gonna do another 3-card spread with you guys if you want to hang in there for a little longer. This is the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay, and I just got this deck a couple weeks ago, and oh my God, it is so beautiful, and it has the messages written on them, which is so much easier for me to learn. But I'm going to shuffle them after I say a prayer over my heart with these cards, asking God, asking Spirit to please guide and protect and give the best reading possible for whoever needs to hear this. So I'm going to shuffle these again long ways, and I'm going to wait for the 3 cards to pop out. And I just want to give you guys, oh, here's one sticking out. Oh, messages of love and hope, which we all need right now. And I don't care who you are or where you live or where you're from. We all need messages. Oh my God. We all need messages of love and hope right now. And yes, we're here to help each other, but you can't give away what you don't have. And one thing that I learned for myself is not to help people that I feel sorry for. So I am learning not to help people I feel sorry for, because I get resentful and disappointed and I feel taken advantage of. So that's just a little tip. Okay, guys, the first card is inspiration. It says, be prepared as soon as you receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call on at any time. So you guys, inspiration, you are people's inspiration, but you need to first fill your cup up first and be well. So take care of yourself and try not to give away to people who are energy vampires. Hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can soon help change a negative situation into a positive one. Oh my God. You guys, if you are looking for a deck of cards, these are amazing. Precious times. Precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' times either. So I hope this does not feel like I am wasting your time. But when I am around people that I feel like they don't want to hear what I have to say, I realize for me, these are not my people. Not there is something wrong with me, but these are people that I can't be myself around. And when I can't be myself around people, what happens is my soul starts to die a little bit each time. So I'm going to do one more lucky card for you guys. This is the Sacred Rebel Oracle cards, and these are by Alana Fairchild. And a girlfriend of mine was reading these every day. She would pick a card and read it, put it out on Instagram, and these were beautiful messages. They're very deep, they're very long, and the book is like really intense. But what I'm going to try and do today is read this intuitively. I'm only going to pick one, but I am sending all of you, ooh, I forgot to say a little prayer over my heart. For God to help, guide, and protect whoever needs this message. And I pray to God. I also pray to Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael. So, oh my God. All right, I'm going to read this card to you. I'm going to give you my intuitive meaning. It's number 30. It says, the perfection of your life. And it is a picture of the woods. And it is, what it's saying to me is to get out in nature. You guys, right now is the perfect opportunity to get outside, to be grounded, hike, ground yourself. Nature is the best way to feel grounded. I believe that God is outside in nature, in the birds, in the trees, in the dirt, in the everything we touch. And it doesn't take any money in order to do it. So this is saying, you are perfect just the way you are. You are like a snowflake. There are no two snowflakes. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. I heard that from Kathy Lake Gifford. So you are here for a reason, and I hope you believe that. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I said I was going to do a video for every sign for the month of July. I cannot do it, guys. It is just too much for me. But I hope this is helping. Please practice with your cards. You are meant to do this. If you're asking, are you a healer? Are you a light worker? Yes, you are. Take care, and I'll see y'all next week.